All right. So again, good evening and welcome everybody. Um, my name is Darren Moore, and I would like to welcome you to the Moore Cyber Ed Open House for 2022. This is the second virtual open house that we've held this year, and we're really excited. We have a course coming up, starting up on September the 13th is our next date, and so we're really excited about that. And we're just here this evening to tell you a little bit about More Cyber Ed, who we are, what we're doing. So first off, just a little bit more Cyber Ed is a virtual learning platform that I have designed because I myself, I was a teacher for 22 years in the Portsmouth Public School System. Some of you, wow, I notice I see one of my former students, Maya Bland, online. Welcome, Maya, who can attest to the fact.
Hello.
Hopefully, she'll say I was a good teacher. Maybe, hopefully, even great. But
I don't see you live on Facebook. Are you live?
oh, thank you, honey. I
Okay,
forgot to press the go live button.
just making sure.
Now we're live.
Uh,
See, that's why I'm always. That's one of our team members. Also, my beautiful wife, Precious Moore. She's the admin for More Cyber Ed. Okay. And so, yeah, as I was saying, I was teaching in the public school sector for about 22 years. And during that time, I had an opportunity to develop a vast experience. You know, I taught robotics, physics, and of course, cybersecurity. And during that time, and when I started teaching in cybersecurity, I realized that there were some great opportunities that could be afforded in cybersecurity. Okay, and so therefore, what I decided to do later on, I ended up getting my master's in cybersecurity. I also had another master's in educational leadership. But I said, you know what? I'm going to put this thing to use. So I currently work for the government. I'm a contractor, and for the Department of Homeland Security. But in addition, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and design my own training program because I was already helping people to pass the Security Plus exam. I was already helping basically do and perform consultations for people and how they could get into cybersecurity. And so I decided, you know what? Let me create my own platform, More Cyber Ed, which will be able to help somebody to be able to make the same transition that I did. And a lot of times people are asking, well, how do I transition into tech? They're hearing all the money that's in tech. They're hearing the opportunities, but they don't know the path. And that's what More Cyber Ed does.
And I for the Department of
Uh,
Opportunities, but they
I'm
don't know
hearing
the
an
path.
echo.
And that's what
All right. So thank you. Uh, so, but that is one of the reasons why, because I wanted to create a path that has, all the answers, all the questions answered from the beginning to end. How do you get into cybersecurity? What type of background will you need? What background knowledge will you need in order to prepare for the Security Plus exam? And so tonight we'll be going through a lot of those questions and more. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to begin to introduce some of our team. Okay, so we have a couple of members on our team. We have, again, Precious Moore, my wife. As we mentioned, she is the admin for More Cyber Ed. We have Marquita Vanderreet. She also is part of the More Cyber Ed team. She is responsible for a lot of the communications. So, that email that many of you received tonight, giving you the information, she's responsible for that. Also, in addition, she also handles a lot of other duties as well, marketing and things of that nature. We have Adrian Shepard, who will be introducing himself in a moment. Adrian Shepard is one of our instructors. He's down in San Antonio, Texas, and he is a instructor extraordinaire. Okay, he comes with a wealth of experience, and then also I see we have some other guests with us as well. And if just to kind of set the tone, if you're able to come off of mute as I call on you, and just introduce yourself, and basically why you're here, why you joined this virtual open house today. All right. So I guess I've already called upon her once, so I'll call upon her again. Maya.
Hey, Mr. Moore.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. So Maya, can you introduce yourself and tell us why you're here?
Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Maya. I am a former student of Mr. Moore's. He was my physics teacher my junior year in high school. Um, yes, he was an amazing teacher. Okay, 10 stars. Um, I currently work in substance abuse. I have been doing that for about 2 years now. I'm working on my substance abuse license with the state of Virginia. But I came from a family of scientists, doctors, so went in a completely different direction. But I've always loved tech and IT, so I'm excited to be here today.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Excellent. And we're glad that you're here. All right. Joanna, if you're able to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Joanna. I do have a little bit background in with criminal justice, and cyber is something that I do want to get into. I'm very interested in and wanted to take this class to get a little bit more information and how to get started.
All right. Great. Great. Awesome. Awesome. All right. And let's see. Oh, wow. Angela Withers. Hey. Would would you like to? Oh, okay. Gotcha. No problem at all. We see you. Well, Angela Withers, I'll introduce her. She's one of my former co-workers. So, awesome, awesome math teacher extraordinaire. All right, Jay, are you able to come off of mute, Jay, and introduce yourself? If not, it's all right. All right, great. All right, and I believe we might have some others as well, but that's all that I can see currently. So that's no problem at all. So thank
I'm
you so.
sorry. I'm sorry. Jade was having a problem unmuting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, Jade, can you unmute now?
All right. Well, that's fine, Jay. If you can just type it in the chat, that'll be fine. That'll be good enough. So, and so again, we like to thank you, everyone, for joining this virtual open house for more cyber ed. Now, at this time, I would like to introduce, as we're about to go ahead and get into some of our programs and what we do and hear a little testimonial from some of our students. First off, I would like to introduce one of our instructors, again, our instructor extraordinaire, Mr. Adrian Shepard. All right. And Adrian, good evening and welcome, sir. And if you can tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey here to more cyber ed.
Thank you, Darren, and good evening to everyone. You're definitely too kind, but I'll take it. So Darren and we crossed paths probably just over a year ago. At the moment, during that time, I didn't know he had more cyber ed going on, but we were coworkers. We actually ended up working on the same project together, and through the course of that 1 year, we kind of just shared, you know, um, we were able to socialize and talk about things outside of work. Even though I live in Texas and he lives in the Virginia area. And he told me about more cyber ed and what he was doing. And I told him, that's actually been something that I wanted to get involved with, to be able to teach and spread the word about cyber. Growing up, the biggest thing that I remember was you wanted a career to be a doctor or lawyer, and you knew how long it was going to take, but you wanted to make money. And so that was one of the things that I was always, pursuing, but I went a different path. My background is actually in business. I have an MBA, And along with that, I was in the military for 20 years. I did 10 active, 10 in the National Guard, and I was able to retire. And during that time, I was always, God put me in like the best positions. Opportunity and doors would open for me. I wish I could tell you that cyber was my path initially. I came in the military in 1998. I'm kind of dating myself, but um, through that time, cyber wasn't around, and I was actually able to do things with technology and learn and get involved. And let me tell you, technology, once again, it was not on the forefront for me, but I would just keep getting put into these positions of in regards to technology, IT, and then that evolved into cyber. And so here I am now. Since that, I've been working as a security consultant probably for about 15 years. I've enjoyed it. And I was my goal initially was to take my business background and evolve that and be able to apply the risk associated with business and be able to consult different businesses with the risks that are associated with that and the threats that are out there. And so once again, I was able to meet with Darren. He told me what he was doing. I was like, that's actually something that I enjoy doing, being able to help people and then spread the word while also putting some coins in individuals' pockets, letting them do things they want to do. And so here we are today, working with Darren as an instructor. We've been doing this for probably about 6 or 7 months now. And definitely I've seen the fruits of the labor and glad to be here to support and be an instructor to this platform.
Thank you so much, Adrian. We definitely appreciate you. And we're so glad that you're able to be a part of the More Cyber Ed family. All right. And so, and again, Adrian has a great, and again, he was a little modest in his delivery and sharing about himself. But this guy has been in cybersecurity before they actually coined the term and the phrase cybersecurity. He's been on pen testing teams, been traveled abroad, and I mean, you name it. He's done a lot of things that he can't tell us. All right. But if you pay attention in class, you can read between the lines a little bit. So, again, we are really excited about that. And really excited that he shares the same vision. So, all right. So now at this point, I want to share a little bit of, want to hear a little bit about More Cyber Ed from a student's perspective. So let me see if this will work correctly. All right. All right, there we go. And hopefully everybody's able to, let me share my screen here. All right, and here we go. Hopefully everybody's able to see in here.
I have been in the IT career field for...
Oh, let me rewind it. Can y'all hear it okay? Perfect.
Yes.
Loud and clear,
Yes.
sir.
Ah! I went too far back, sorry. I just meant to take it back a few seconds and took it too far back. There we go. We'll go from here.
And personally know Darren, and when...
And I apologize. I had another setup for it, but unfortunately, sometimes we got to pivot when it comes to tech.
Mhm.
I came across More Cyber Ed through everything from online, and personally know Darren, and when I was afforded the opportunity to get in the course, I took advantage of it, of course. It was reasonably priced for me. I have been in the IT career field for 11, 12 years now. Similar to Mr. Shepard, I was introduced to IT through the U.S. Air Force. I have worked in the contract sector in what we call cable dog, basically doing fiber and copper runs. Today I work for DoD, U.S. Air Force, and the situation I had was I'd taken Security Plus many years ago, and I had it. I was grandfathered in, but for my current position, I had 24 months to get the latest Security Plus. And so I needed to figure out a way to accelerate that. You have 24 months to do that once you come into the DoD sector as an IT specialist. And fortunately, through some rigorous studying and the direction of Mr. Moore as well as Mr. Shepard and the other classmates as well, they also contributed to my learning experience. And ultimately, after the 501 expired, which I took twice and was unsuccessful, but I continued on, and once the 601 was available, I did take it, and as mentioned, because of the efforts of this course and all the people involved, I was able to pass well above the threshold, and so that has been my experience. That has been my experience with more cyber ed.
That was the testimonial of Quincy, and we have another testimonial here coming up. So let me go ahead and cue that up as well. All right, here we go.
My name is John Black. A little bit of my background is I'm a commercial driver right now, but I've been a pharmacy technician, HVAC, and I had broad IT experience, but at the most it was mediocre. It had mediocre relevance. I would probably say about a third of the knowledge that I got out of the class plugged right into things that I was already familiar with, but most of it was like new altogether. And with, so much of my best strategy was to broaden pretty much my general knowledge and then strengthen the weakest areas, that contained, the most relevant material. As far as the class goes, the class wasn't difficult at all. Mr. Moore, I would say he was very, very, very patient with me in particular, because I stop and I ask questions, and I try to make a diligent effort to, to verify my knowledge, while striving to get mastery. Adrian, he made for a good co-pilot by contributing his supplemental knowledge, in his areas of specialty, which is, from the way I see it, is unique. So it may be considered exclusive depending on how you look at it. And Mr. Moore has like insider knowledge on a lot of what's going on behind the scenes, and I guess you can say behind the screens. I had a lot going on in my personal life. It hadn't been. I think I would have gotten through things a lot quicker had it not been for that. But one thing I can say that helped is that Mr. Moore was willing to tweak his methods to fit the needs of, anybody that's, dedicated. So, he would make changes to the schedule for class and, schedule extra days for help. He would add footnotes in different parts for clarification on like different pages. He provided countless like bonus material because I had extended study interests. I needed to know more in certain areas. I felt I was weak, but he did tons of research to provide explanations and as to why, why things, why certain rules applied, and you would make corrections on certain things that, it lacked full accuracy, I would say. All above all, I would say he learns his students and caters pretty much to their learning styles and their needs. As far as the exam goes, I was highly secure in my ability to pass the exam, which is not a confidence that comes cheap for me. I only feel confident like when I know the value of what I have. So once I scored below the passing threshold, I was more eager than ever, to get into the training, to conquer that 601 because it's a beast. But Mr. Moore, he committed a lot of time and energy, to getting me there, and he pretty much even made like custom. He would customize certain exercises so I could hone my skills because my confidence took a crazy hard blow that time. And it took way more like to equip me with the power I needed to be revived. So when I came back, I was like Bruce Banner, only this time it was the other guy. I smashed that jank. Now I've been getting interviews and offers left and right. I mean, like, but you got to take your time because you got to find the right one. You know what I mean? Kind of like this. There's only one woman for me, and she bad, boy. Let me tell you, I still talking about jobs now, but they be blowing up my inbox. I can't get them off me. Like somebody make a killing if they came up with a recruiter repellent. Yeah.
All right. So I'm so glad and thankful for that. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Yeah, I'm so glad and thankful for that, for John being able to share. And, of course, it's a great success story. He just signed an offer letter with an employer. So it's great to know and see, this is, he's achieving his goal. He was again, a CDL driver, and now he doesn't have to handle those materials and construction materials anymore. He doesn't have to work out in the elements, and he can work in the cool AC. It's a wonderful thing. So, we welcome him, of course, to the More Cyber Ed family, but we also welcome him, to the tech family, the cyber family. And as Adrian can attest, it's lovely over here. So, but I want to make sure that I go over a couple of other things with you this evening. So I want to give you an overview of a couple of things. So we have two main courses here at More Cyber Ed. All right, and those courses are we have Cyber Fundamentals, okay, and we have Security Plus Extended. And I do see Marquita has reminded me about the drawing, but I want to, if possible, let's hold off on the drawing until a little bit towards the end. All right, so we'll do that. We are going to do that drawing though, because we want to give you that opportunity. But again, one of the things, so we have two courses here at More Cyber Ed. We have Cyber Fundamentals and we have Security Plus Extended. So let me explain, one of the biggest questions that people ask is, how do I get into cyber? How do I get into tech? And one of the things that a lot of people don't know is the on-ramp into cyber. Okay, and so let me explain and give you just a little background of what I mean. So as you know, I was a classroom teacher on the public school system for 22 years. Now, in that environment, in order to become a teacher, then you have to have a bachelor's degree in whatever your content area is, and you have to pass a certification exam. So that means you had to get a degree and pass an exam in order to become a teacher. Then once you come into the field, you're able to get those normal, cost of living raises, or step raises, but that's it. There's no incentive, so you could be the best teacher around, and, stay until 9 o'clock every night and still get paid the same as the teacher who gives out worksheets all day. Now, why am I saying that? Because cybersecurity, there's a difference. First of all, there are a lot of degree programs in cybersecurity, but the truth of the matter is many of those degree programs have only been around during the last 10 years because they didn't even have a degree in the field of cybersecurity because it was so new. So, towards that end, there are several paths to get into cybersecurity. So one, you could go to school and get a bachelor's, or even as I did, get your master's. But even then, you'll still need your certification. Okay, there's the other part, experience. You can come in just off of experience background, You could be one of those do-it-yourself hackers, all right, and learn everything, and maybe been hacking since you've been 8 years old. Okay, now that is the rarity. But another path that a lot of people don't know about is certifications. Okay, and so there's a certification exam called the CompTIA Security Plus. All right, certification exam. And this guarantees you and positions you for a IA2 level, pardon me, IAT level 2 um, certification, which means that if you want to get a job in the government, you any type of job in tech or IT in the government, you have to have at the minimum an IAT level 2 certification. This is just that. So now we bring in more cyber ed. So more cyber ed, I've created one course, which is Cyber Fundamentals, which is a 4-week course. And in that course, we cover all of the basics, okay? We cover a background of the essentials that you would need to come into cybersecurity, because we don't want to just drop you into the Security Plus course. So we realize some of you may not have a background in IT. Okay, so what we do is we give you a on ramp. All right, just consider it a on ramp, and whereas instead of just dropping you in the high traffic 65 miles per hour, you have a time to go ahead while the traffic is yielding to you, and you can get into your lane. All right, so what that entails in that 4 weeks, we'll cover a few different courses, a few different topics, and I'm going to share and show you just a little bit of what to expect. All right, so I'm going to share a curriculum right now, which is our self-paced curriculum, which is the same curriculum. All right, because we do have two different options here at More Cyber Ed. We have the self-paced option, and we do have the live option. All right, so let me get ready to share my screen. Hopefully it will share successfully and we won't have any issues. All right, fingers crossed. All right, perfect. Nope, not just quite yet. I need to, if that's the case, maybe if I do this, hold on one second, I think we got it. All right. And I apologize, just trying to make sure that we can get it all set. We can share it for the Zoom audience, no problem. But I just want to make sure for our Facebook friends as well that they're able to see. But they may just be, all right, there we go. All right. So we'll just have them look at there. All right, so here we go. So let me share on Zoom. So this here, hopefully everyone's able to see my screen okay. All right. So here, what this is, you're looking at the main thing here, which is a part of the curriculum for Cyber Fundamentals. So we start out with why cybersecurity, just a big basic introduction into, why would we consider a career in cybersecurity, okay? Then we go into careers in cybersecurity. All right, we highlight a few cybersecurity careers, which are very beneficial. And we also show you some great tools, such as cyberseek.org, where you're able to take a look and see how much is going on within the particular neighborhood in your area. All right. Now, following, we also have cybersecurity basics. Okay, we cover the OSI model and network topology basics. We teach you about what happens under the hood of the internet. All right, what happens when you connect to a website. We talk about types of attacks, host application and data security. All right, we even cover some security controls and intro to scripting. All right, so we cover some basic fundamentals to really help and prepare you. Now, again, with each of these modules, we do have a lab that you're able to participate in and to complete. All right, so and this is again an easy on ramp. Get yourself comfortable, acclimated to cybersecurity. Get yourself prepared. We even also have a very fun learning environment as well. We have games and challenges and things of that nature. Our students have a lot of fun. So that is the Cyber Fundamentals self-paced. Okay, that's the Cyber Fundamentals. Now that is a 4-week course. Now we meet if we do the live version, we meet on every Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 to 9 o'clock, and then we also meet on Saturdays as an option for help and assistance during the Cyber Fundamental period. So and again, just to glance through, for each module you receive slides. You also will have access to all of the videos and all of the activities that'll be completed here on More Cyber Ed. As you see here, we were talking about how the Security Plus is a IAT Level 2 position. So you can take a look here. And some of this content is also covered within the free preview. So that way you're able to take a look and see what we have to offer. Now, we also have our second course, all right, and I'm going to stop sharing for a moment, which is Security Plus Extended. Now, for Security Plus Extended, again, that's another great course that we offer. But in Security Plus Extended, that's when we begin to dive into a more rigorous curriculum. All right, and that is a 14-week course where we prepare you for the CompTIA Security Plus certification exam. All right. Now, again, this is a very rigorous exam. We're not going to say that it's simple and easy. However, there are great rewards to this. Okay, so let me get ready to share my screen. All right, and so here you can take a look. All right, so we have 21 modules, okay, that are aligned to the CompTIA official study guide. All right, and so we cover with each module, you'll be able to have a PowerPoint that you can download. You'll receive, now this here is from our live cohort. Again, the instruction is similar. Well, the material and the content is similar, but the instructional mode of delivery differs. Self-paced, you're able to go at your own pace. You can watch the videos. Maybe if you have more of a flexible timeline, maybe say for instance you work a job where you work 12-hour days. And so you may not be able to sit in on a 7:30 class. So the self-paced might be more for you. But if you prefer the live version, then you have that option as well. So again, you have your PowerPoint, you have your video. Each module, we have Quizlets. If you're familiar with the Quizlet app, I've designed Quizlets for every vocabulary term that exists in the CompTIA Security Plus exam. All right. Also, we have, of course, your study guide that you can download. We have review questions for each section, all right, which you'll be completing here. In addition, we also have, we scroll down, we have some other great tools such as your real exam practice questions, okay? So these are actual questions from previous Security Plus exams, all right? And so you'll get instantaneous feedback here. We also have, again, access to all of the different videos. We have review questions even organized by domain. So, it's, again, a great learning opportunity. I've put a lot of my educational leadership experience into developing this curriculum, one that is data-driven. Okay, so one of the things we do when you get into Security Plus, the first 11 weeks we cover the content area. Then at the end of that 11 weeks, what we do is we give you a pre-test. And that pre-test is to determine what you know up to that point. Then based upon what you know, then you will be able to remediate and refresh on all of those content terms and skills that you may have missed. Now, a couple of things that I also want to show you, again, which makes this so very special. Now, if you receive this alone, that to me is an immeasurable value. However, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen for one more time. However, there is another whole opportunity that we provide for you here at More Cyber Ed. So the other opportunity that we provide for you is we give you access to the official CompTIA CertMaster Learn and Labs. Okay. Now, this program is very beneficial, if I can say so myself. And let me share my screen with you so you can take a look and see this as well. Now here, if you see here, all right, you have a whole virtual platform. All right. And as we have this platform, again, this is the official CompTIA CertMaster Learn. So you have a fully systematic process. All right. So you have access to the strengths and weaknesses. You can determine and figure out where you are, where your weaknesses are. You have a learning plan. Again, you have all of the lessons. You have the PBQs, because the Security Plus exam isn't just multiple choice. You have a total of 90 questions, anywhere from 83 to 90, because it changes. The exam is 90 minutes long. And you also have probably 3 to 6 of those questions, because it varies depending upon exam version, of PBQ, all right, which are performance-based questions. And so here you'll have an opportunity to practice those questions, all right? And as you'll see, you have the interactivity of drop downs and all of that. All right. So and these are the same questions, similar type questions that you'll have on the Security Plus exam. Also, you have the labs. Okay. So we have a virtual lab environment which we'll launch for you. And we'll give that a moment to launch. And as that's launching and loading up, you also have practice questions. Okay. So for each section, all right, so if we take a look here, you have practice questions. You'll have probably 15 to 20 practice questions, much like here. All right. And again, you'll receive instantaneous feedback, whether you're correct or incorrect. All right. You see it also helps you to practice on your timing. All right. So you even develop a timing strategy in taking the exam. So if you notice, we've taken a very strategic approach. All right. We also have the game center and the flashcards. And if that isn't enough, you'll have access to the full CertMaster practice suite as well, which gives you a practice exam in which you can take that same pretest. You can take that as many times as you want to go ahead and to improve your score. All right. So again, we have designed a great environment for you. This CertMaster package alone typically retails for $1,400. So, to include that in this is phenomenal. But, again, what I believe in is really helping and enabling our students to succeed. We want to give you all the tools to succeed. So I won't promise you 100% pass rate, but I will promise you 100% of my commitment to helping you to succeed. And some of you may ask, well, what happens if I don't succeed the first time? Well, guess what? I'm glad you asked that question. If you don't pass the first time, then we at More Cyber Ed will work with you for 90 days. That's 3 full months after that, during which you'll be able to prepare and to go ahead and achieve and surmount that hurdle. So again, we're here for you. Again, we have the exam voucher in there and all of that. So the other question, and just want to show you just a little interface here. This is the virtual lab interface. Now, to some of you, you may not realize it's like, okay, well, that looks just like a regular computer. But that's the whole point. You're dealing with a computer, but you're not dealing with a computer. And what I mean by that is you're dealing with a virtual computer. So you don't actually have to actually uh, install and set up this computer on your own computer. This is a virtual computer. So, you're able to do the labs right here and they give you feedback. All right. So right now, as you see, I'm logging into this virtual computer. All right. And so you'll see there are instructions for the lab. Everything is step by step. If you miss up or have any issues, then they'll go ahead and give you feedback and say, hey, you might want to go back and retry that step. So if you see here, again, this is a virtual computer, a virtual machine, a virtual lab environment. All right. So the last thing that we want to just talk to you about in a moment is the pricing. But before we do, does anyone have any questions for us that you would like for us to answer before we get to the pricing structure? Anything about the content, skills, anything about the courses, anything like that? Any questions from the audience?
No questions.
No questions? All right. Hopefully you're not just tired of hearing me talk. Hopefully I'm not just talking so much. I know the drawing. I know the drawing. Ah. All right. Marquita wants to go ahead and do the drawing. Y'all want to do the drawing first or y'all want to find out about the price first? See, I'm going to tell you, this is how I do my students. Y'all got to participate. So which one is it?
We can do the drawing. That's fine.
Oh, see, I see what y'all about. The drawing. All right. So, Marquita.
Yes. All right. Give me 1 second so I can spotlight myself. All right. I am using a randomizer and they will randomly pick a name, one of our lovely attendees this evening. So I'm gonna do a little brrrr. And the winner is Kathy Little. Oh, look at that. Kathy, you won. You
Awesome.
Yay. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you gave us your email address because we will email you a $25 Amazon gift card. Congratulations.
So awesome. Thank you.
Now back to you, Darren. Let me remove the spotlight.
Thank you so much, Marquita. All right. So, back to me. So now it's time to talk about the question that's on everybody's mind. Okay, we heard this. It sounds great. It sounds too good to be true. What's the price? How much is it? All right. So let me go ahead and show you our, again, fully transparent pricing structures. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm sharing the screen from More Cyber Ed. Okay, again, that's the website, www.morecybered. And we definitely encourage you to make sure you take advantage of that. And so here I'm on the course page. Again, you just click here on courses. And so here, as you see, we have the path. Okay, we have Cyber Fundamentals, Security Plus Extended, and we have the two paths. So here we have your self-paced path. Here we have the live instruction path. Now again, whichever path you choose is entirely up to you. If you want to do the self-paced path, again, if you say, you know what, I'd rather learn at my own pace and just give me the videos, give me the tools, then we have that option for you. And it may be a little bit more affordable for your wallet or your pocketbook. And then we also have the live instruction. The live instructional path, you'll get the benefit of myself and Adrian twice a week for Cyber Fundamentals and 3 times a week for Security Plus Extended. Because in Security Plus Extended, during that 14-week period, we meet on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, and we also are available on Saturday from 10 to 11:30. All right. So if you notice, again, you have a self-paced path. All right. So if you do it individually, is $750. Live instruction path individually is $995. Now, where do you start? If you have experience in the IT, you may be one of the ones who may start right in Security Plus Extended. But if you don't have any experience in cybersecurity or IT, I would suggest you start with the fundamentals. Okay. Then we have Security Plus Extended, self-paced path, $1,500. Okay. And then live instructional path is $1995. All right, and remember, everything that you receive with that, you get the customized app-based content review, CompTIA exam voucher. That alone is $350. So I mean, we really try to make it affordable for you and give you significant value. So that way you're encouraged to invest in yourself. Then you have the package discounts. So if you decide, you know what, I want to get a little deal here. I want to go ahead. I'm gonna go all in. And so if you want to go ahead and purchase them both in full, if you do the self-paced package in full, that's $2,000. All right, that means you save $250. And if you purchase both live instruction courses, then that is $2,800, a saving of $200. So again, those are the prices. We do have payment plans, which you'll see on the website as well. But all it takes to begin to get started is you go to home and you just begin to type in your information. You start out here. Oops. Let me go back here. I don't want you to see the dashboard. There you go. You start out here and it'll say start now. Okay. Or you also can sign up for the free preview. I encourage you to take advantage of that to see for yourself, see if this is something you'd really be interested in. Now, I'm going to tell you, once you get in, one of the things also that I have never seen in any other field is the advancement for upward mobility and promotion in cybersecurity. When I was a teacher, again, the only way to get a raise was to go ahead and, become a principal, all right, or get an advanced degree. That's it. But then, and you only had a few opportunities in that. Cybersecurity, if you think you deserve a raise, all you do is get another skill, get another certification, and you're good to go. Quick story before I finish and open it up to questions again. One of our early students who got their Security Plus certification in 2020, all right, no tech background, got a Security Plus, got a help desk job, making maybe $55,000 or something like that. After 7 months in December, between then he had maybe 2 other certifications, maybe 3 certifications. Got another job making $75,000. I just found out that as of last week, which is now a little over 2 years since he got his certification, he now is at, I think, about 150. Now, I don't know about you, but, I know last year he was at like 120. But to be in a career field where you can advance from entry level to $150,000 in 2 years, that's unheard of for me. And so this is, real. This is not just something I'm talking. This is something that I know. All right. And so the same opportunities, when it comes to this, that's why my question is, how much are you worth? What are you worth? And so you set your own value on yourself. If you're ready to invest in yourself, guess what? There is no limit. You can continue to keep on and keep on. All right. So now you've heard the dollar sign. So, any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. Okay, so the pricing, um, if you can go back to like that slide that you were on that shows us the price, because
Hmm.
I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head.
There you go.
Okay, so do you paying solely if you do we started cybersecurity fundamentals, you'll pay $9.95 if you want live instruction. And if
Yes.
you want to do security plus, you would pay an additional $19.95. It's not like that's not combined, is it?
Right. Right.
Like the
No.
$19.95 isn't the two together.
No. Correct. That's two
Okay.
separate.
Okay.
That's two separate fees.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm. Absolutely. Any other questions? Let's see. No. So, if that's Angela, okay, no. Yeah, you'll be good. You'll start right at Security Plus Extended. All right. Any other questions? And I see another. Wow, I see a former student on here, Jeffrey Clark. Welcome, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Good evening, everyone.
Jeff, do you want to share a couple words?
Yes. I just want to say, Mr. Moore.
Hold on. Let me make sure Marquita is. Let me stop sharing, and I'm gonna let
Okay.
Marquita highlight you.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Just want to say that Mr. Moore is awesome. Like his course has definitely helped me out. I have gotten my Security Plus certification on the first try. I've been doing my own training before I got onto his program. But with him being my teacher, he was able to explain things a little bit more in depth for me and make it more relatable to what it is that I was dealing with as far as certain projects, certain topics that I had the most issues with, especially with Quizlet. Quizlet really showed me where I stood, and I definitely changed gears, changed direction on where it is that I wanted to go with that. So it really helped me a lot. The course was definitely what I needed, and I took it one time, and I was nervous. I was definitely nervous, but I flew right through it with no issues. So yeah, the course is definitely what is needed.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much. And Jeff, where are you? Where are you working now? Where are you employed now?
DOD, Air Force. So I was Army for 11 years. I was a cook for the first 3 years and a diesel mechanic for the last 8. And I decided to change careers because of my disability. I was interested in computers before I joined the military, but I put a lot of that on hold. And once I got out, went ahead and took on this program, and I was good to go. I was good to go. So it definitely helped.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. It means a lot. Again, just to see you on here, it's a great surprise as well. So, thank you so much, Jeff, for being on here this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So, any other questions? Now, one of the things I want to let everyone know that the next course, we start our next Cyber Fundamentals course on, September the 13th. So we definitely really would be encouraged to see you then. And then we also have our Security Plus course starting on October the 18th. Okay, so we have 1 week break in between. And then that will finish in the new year. All right. And also want to remind you, for being here today, if you do sign up today, you'll receive a $100 discount. just for being here today if you sign up today. So I want to encourage you to definitely take advantage of that. No, September the 13th. We start on that Tuesday. All right. So who's going to be first to get started?
Wait, so I definitely want to sign up. How is the payment plan set up?
All right. So the payment plan, depending upon which one you start, we have, excuse me, you'll pay. So say for instance, the $995, you'll pay the $500 first, down payment, a deposit before the course starts, and then before the end of the third week, you would pay the $495. But for the other course, it's again, you would do again. I'm giving you the prices for the live instructional path. But the payment plan is when you go on the website, it'll break it down for each one. But it's $1,000 deposit, and then the 500 and 495, or 1,000 down, and then the 995.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Any other questions? Y'all a quiet group this evening.
Well, I got one.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know. Would this also, for those who have, like for myself, if I was to take the course again, would it count towards CEU, like continuing education units?
As far as taking the course again, now in your case, since you've taken it, that I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that for you. I would have to check in on that for you. But you did just remind me of something else that we do have, because here it's More Cyber Ed. Not only are we just interested in helping you to pass the exam, we also provide tools for you to actually get into the field. So we do have resume workshops. Okay, we do have career opportunities, so you get a chance to explore some things in the career fields that are in cybersecurity. And upcoming, we actually are going to now have in-house resume assistants, which will be offered as a service. So say, for instance, after the workshop, you say, okay, wow, I love the way I see the example resume. I love the way this is presented. But you know what? I still need a little bit of help. Can somebody really just take time and walk through step by step with me? And we do have that as an option as well, for an additional service. So we have our in-house resume expert who will be able to do that with you. And he also will provide 30 minutes to an hour of, again, not just that one-on-one instruction, but also even interview coaching. So again, this is we want to really make sure you're prepared. And even in that, we, kind of encourage you how to set up your LinkedIn and all of those networking tools, which are important to really give you a leg up in the cybersecurity industry. All right. Any other questions? All right.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Hold it.
Turn yours.
Just a minute.
All right. We might want to mute.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, my question is simple. One, will you be putting this recording online? And secondly, will you also send a pricing guide? If so, with it?
All right, so the first question is a lot easier. I already know who this is. Look, yes, this one will be online. I made sure everything was set. So the goal would be to upload this online even as early as tomorrow. So that's the first question. What was the second question?
The second question was, will the pricing guide also be available with their posting of the video?
Well, the pricing guide is available online. I mean, on the website.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Wallace, right?
Yes. Yes.
I told you, I knew exactly who it was. That's what we are at More Cyber Ed, a big family.
True.
Yes, sir. So in advance, I welcome you to the family in faith. So, all right. Any other questions? All right. Well, again, I would like to thank everybody for joining us this evening and taking of your time to really learn how to invest in yourself. Hopefully, I've provided some opportunities, and maybe this path now looks a little more clearer. We've reduced a lot of that haze, and you're like, I can see clearly now. My path is there. Don't worry, I won't sing it More Cyber Ed in the classes. You don't have to worry about that. But I will warn you that I'm not a dry professor. Neither me or Adrian. So we believe in having fun. Hey, I think if I can learn and have fun at the same time, it just adds to it. All right. So thank you so much. I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all signing up on More Cyber Ed, and let's get those classes filled. All right. So we want to make sure everyone does get a chance to sign up. Let's see. Today is August the 30th. So let's make sure we get those sign-ups by August the 6th. All right. Thank you so much. And I will definitely, again, I will work on making sure we get that video up shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you. And special shout out to my team. Thank y'all, team. And congrats to Kathy Little, the winner of the prize. So Marquita will make sure that she gets your information to send you all the, well, actually, I think she'll already be taken care of it. I think she already got your information, right, Marquita?
I do. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. See, that's why I call it a great team. And hey, share the news with somebody. If you like what you heard today, I'm going to post that link on the More Cyber Ed YouTube. It's also on my Facebook. Please make sure you follow us on our social media. On Instagram, More Cyber Ed. On Twitter, More Cyber Ed. On Facebook, More Cyber Ed. So, we just More Cyber Ed. It's real simple. All righty, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
All right. Is that it?
Yes, sir. That is it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to talk to you since it's been a while.
Yes, sir.
Is this being recorded right now?
Hold on one second. Let me stop the recording.
Recording stopped.